Hey guys, once again I am Rajiv Singh Solanki on my YouTube video channel. But today I am going to share to the youngster, whether they are IITians, doctors or what not pharmaceutical people, those who want to crack the interviews in their life, whether they are in sales job, whether they want to crack HR interviews. So today I will share you things, steps and method how you can crack interviews. So first and foremost, you should be very cool, calm, and planned about your interviews. Suppose you are interviewed and called from a MNC company in pharmaceutical. First of all, you should do at home your homework. You should know the knowledge and information, the products and the establishment of that company. Everything you should know on first hand about you. After that, what I say, the wearings of yours, the presentation, what cloth, what tie, how your shoes are polished, what is the combination, whether you're wearing a coat tie or that wearings also affects. I always say in the first look, when a person don't open his mouth, just by wearing and your personality, your sitting method, your walking method, people can make out what kind of personality you are. After judging you from your wearings, when you speak up, how do you speak up? What language you say? What words you say? How polite, decent, confidence that after speech of yours interview can make out. The third step comes, what knowledge about your subject you have. Once of my known person, he was working in an organization, उसमें एक बहुत अच्छा कोट हिंदी में लिखा हुआ था. I would like to share with that. महत्वपूर्ण यह नहीं कि आप कितने काबिल हैं, महत्वपूर्ण यह है कि जिस संस्था में आप कार्यरत हैं उसके लिए आप कितने उपयोगी हैं. दिस कोट इन हिंदी विच सेज कि कितने उपयोगी साबित होंगे आप उस संस्था के लिए. उसी प्रकार से द इंटरव्यू टेकिंग पर्सन एंड द कंपनी, इफ यू आर एबल टू सेल ऑफ योर सेल्फ, कि आप उस कंपनी और संस्था के लिए कितने प्रॉफिटेबल होंगे, यू आर गोइंग टू बी सिलेक्टेड. What earlier I told you, you dress up well, you communicate well, and the interviews, if you are able to get the two-way communication between the interviewer and the candidate yourself, and if you are able to convince the person about your quality, if you are able to sell yourself to the company, then you are going to be selected. Apart from this, in cracking the interviews, your sit-up positions. Suppose I am sitting like this, I am leaning it. That is a very arrogant kind of position which you are seeing to the interview. Whereas, in the same way, if you are sitting like this, where it is an active sitting form, I say, if you are lethargy like this, then you are very lazy in that. So always, never ever cross-fingered and sit in front of an interview. Always don't fold your hands like this. It is a very aggressive position which you sit in the interview, which the interviewers always observes your body language. There are nowadays in this modern place, your face reading, your body language, your communication, your wearings, your every lifestyle, everything works in the interview. So guys, be very calm, be very planned, step by steps, you prepare slowly, observe the interviewer question. Just don't jump in any questions. Just immediately don't give the answer. You first understand the question. You come up, give a pause of few seconds, and then slowly answer the question. For example, suppose a question is out of your box, out of your knowledge. Then don't get demotivated. Very politely you say, "Okay, sorry sir, I am not in it. I have not gone through this phase of question. So can I have any other question? I am sorry for it." Very politely, your decency will work. If you abruptly or over smartly, if you are trying to manipulate and give the going around the bush and giving the answer to that interview, that interviewer is much smarter than you. So if you are having the right answer with you, even I watch so many mock interviews as an IPS people, they very slowly, the students very politely say, "Sorry sir, I don't know the answer." And the interviewer also, they say, "Okay, I will ask the next question." In the same way, in any interview of life, there are many IITian people who come to me for training of the interview, and they have done good in their life. In the same way, guys, those who are watching this video, I will also say, start your interview preparation from your home, right from CV. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the CV. Your CV also should not be 10-page CV. You should not put all the blah blah of your life, your career, small experience. It should be very crisp, small, and pinpointing. And according to the industry, according to the company, your CV you should always update it to your CV. One mandatory CV, you should not surveillance everywhere. Every company has every demands, and accordingly you should plan your CV. What are their needs? That's phase you should put your CV. Make a crisp CV with your name, age, your marital status, your education, your qualification, your experience, what achievements in your life you should definitely put in your CV, and at last, with the humble regards, you should put with a proper date and place in that time. Never ever miss the date and time in your CV application and CVs. This is all about the CVs. I told you about the wearings. I told you about the postures which you have to sit in the interviewer, and you should be very confident. I would like to share one of the interview I had in a pharmaceutical company. I would not like to name the company. In the young age of nearly around 30 years, I was in 30s. Today I am in 50 plus age. In my 30 years age, one of the GM taking the interview of mine, he said, "What is your objective of my life?" And I was so confident in the age of 30 because I had gathered so much of knowledge, degrees like MBA and all. What would be my answer? I told him, I want to come on the other side of the table. I didn't say him that I want to come in the top management of the company, which was mentioned in my CV. I told to that GM that I want to come on the other side of the table. That GM was so surprised and he didn't ask any other question after that my answer, and he straightway said, "You are selected." We need a confidence like you. One of our MNC company which I worked for 5 years, it was among world's top 3 companies. that was the lengthiest interview in my life. I was around in Mumbai 15 minutes. They asked all whereabouts, everything. You should tell about yourself, everything. That interview also, I gave many examples confidently. There were 8 managers, right from GM, vice president to RSM sitting in a cabin. And they frequently asked question by questions, and I answered them. One of the RSM who wanted me in his team, he asked me a question. I feel you are a bit nervous. Immediately I answered him, if further half an hour I can sit with you and you can take 5 rounds of the question and I will answer. That much confidence you should have in your interviews. And how will you be getting that confidence? When you are prepared, you prepare about the homework about the company, about the needs of the company. Are you able to have complete knowledge about your degrees, whether you are a B Pharmacy or any technical B.Tech or M.Tech or whatever field you are? If you are masters of your knowledge, then you can be very confident. And put your confidence in a very polite way. Never ever use any such word which may offend the interviewer. Apart from this, I remember how to go all about step by step in the interview. There are today's field, the interview sessions don't go in one flow. Just one personal interview companies don't select you. There are, and first of all, they may take VC interviews, dress up well. When they call you personally, they will that interviews already I have shared. In HR interview, when your salaries are decided, there also be very polite. Fix up your mindset, how much perks you want from the company. Do your homework, what is the company is offering to all the people. You search on Google is a very easy medium where you can search it. Then if you want the salary, you politely put up the minimum this much of salary you get. I will give you an example. Suppose HR always asks a question. Suppose you are working in one pharmaceutical company of 6 lakh rupees. and the other pharmaceutical, the company which you are interviewing, it gives 10 lakh rupees or 8 lakh rupees package. Now, how will you demand, or HR puts, why you want to switch your company from your present company to our company? There, you have to be very, very, very smart in answering. You just don't say, just for perks I am going to come with your company. Yes, money matters, you are there, but don't bluntly say, just for money. I share my interview with the MNC company where I said, the same boss asked me, why you are leaving, I was an Indian company, I would not like to name it. They asked, you are leaving a very good Indian company, and why you want to join our MNC company? I was smart. I answered him, not because of this, you are better. No. I gave you an example. I asked me, sir, from this interview place to my place, I will give you two options. One option is a new brand ambassador car with all features, the latest model. This is the first option. And sir, the second option which I gave you is a new brand, latest model of Mercedes-Benz. Which option would you like to go? The all members there in the cabin were surprised. What does guy want to ask? With a pause of few seconds, I asked to the manager, sir, definitely would like to go with Mercedes-Benz. Ambassador car is not a bad car, but sir, Mercedes is a Mercedes. My present company is like Ambassador. It is a very good company, sir. Never ever say any ill about your present company. Mercedes, this Ambassador is a good car. My company present is a good company. But sir, your MNC company is Mercedes. And sir, Mercedes is Mercedes. I want to work with the best of the company. I know what I can build up with this company and where I can reach. So this is all about the interview. You have to set up the examples. What I told you, you don't immediately answer. Be polite, be calm, and slow, step by step you answer. In HR interviews, always listen. HR people are very smart. They will be in group 2 or 3. One by one they ask the questions. You answer them politely. If you are not comfortable with the salary they are giving, very politely say, sorry sir, seeing my potential, my talent, my education, my vast experience in so many companies, as well as my sales data. Sales is such a thing which makes you to demand your salaries. If you are having very good sales track and your past experience, company will value it. They will offer you better perks. If you are having good experience with good sales, target achievements, and you share it, and you bargain like this. But don't be shrewd. No. I won't work with this much of amount. Put some background, post some backup of your experience, your sales track. Go with the data. Go with the data always with the interviews. Your past record sales data, you put to the table on the other side of the table. This is my track record.